dark, ominous music. The sound of heavy steel doors slamming echoes. There is a place where the world's most dangerous women are thrown to rot. A fortress of iron and blood. A prison where rules mean nothing, except one. Kill or be killed. Welcome to Blackstone Prison. The massive steel gates groan open. A transport truck pulls into the yard, guards armed with rifles circling like wolves. Inside the truck, a group of new inmates sit shackled. One of them sits with her head held high. Shoulders like carved stone, muscles coiled tight, eyes burning with defiance. This is Selena Vos, known outside as the Butcher Queen, convicted for 37 murders, rumored to have carved an entire gang apart with nothing but a rusted chain. She steps out of the truck, chains rattling on her wrists. Other inmates stop what they're doing to stare. The yard falls silent. A veteran prisoner spits on the ground and mutters, "Fresh meat. Won't last a week." Selena turns her head, smirks, and whispers back, just loud enough, "Neither will you." The guards shove her forward. Blackstone Prison was built to contain nightmares in flesh. Assassins, mafia queens, serial killers, women who bathed in blood and smiled through the screams. In Blackstone, there are no cells of safety, no promises of tomorrow. Here, survival is an endless war, and the only currency is death. As Selena is processed, she notices others watching her. Nix, the widowmaker. Lean, seductive, with sharp green eyes that cut like blades. Her lips curl in a half-smile as if she knows every man's and woman's darkest secrets. Rumor says she poisons her lovers and watches them die. Artemis Blood Huntress, tall, scarred, carrying herself like a predator. Her arms are tattooed with arrows and skulls. Once a mercenary sniper, she now stalks prisoners like prey. Cora, the Iron Beast, a towering brute, shoulders wider than most men, veins bulging under thick skin. She once tore 3 cops apart with her bare hands. She gnaws at her knuckles, watching Selena with hunger. Luna, the silent executioner, pale, calm, silent. She sits alone in the corner of the yard, sharpening a makeshift shiv. Her eyes are blank, empty, like a corpse that still walks. Selena realizes instantly, this isn't a prison, it's a slaughterhouse, and I'm locked in with the butchers. The prison yard gathers as the warden arrives, a tall, cruel man with a scar across his jaw. His voice booms through the yard. "Warden, welcome to Blackstone Prison. Forget your past. Forget the outside world. You belong to me now, and here, survival has only one meaning: fight or die. Tomorrow you will be thrown into the arena. Prove your worth, or feed the ground with your blood." The prisoners roar, some in excitement, some in fear. Selena clenches her fists, a cold grin spreading across her face. Perfect. Selena is thrown into a dark, overcrowded cell block. The air smells of sweat, rust, and blood. Other inmates whisper her name, some fearful, some eager to test her. A gang of 3 bulky inmates corner her, sneering. Inmate 1. "You're the new queen, huh? Fresh meat. Let's see what you're made of." They lunge. Selena doesn't flinch. The first comes at her with a shiv. Selena grabs his wrist mid-stab, twists, and drives his own blade into his throat. Blood sprays the wall. The second swings a chain. Selena ducks, grabs the chain, yanks the inmate forward, and slams her skull into the iron bars until her face caves in. The third hesitates, then charges. Selena sidesteps, wraps the chain around her neck, and strangles her until her body goes limp. The cell block goes silent. Dozens of inmates watch, wide-eyed. Selena drops the corpse, wipes her hands, and whispers, "Sleep tight." That night, no one dares go near her bunk. On her first night, Selena Vos proved what she was. Not prey, but predator. In Blackstone, fear is a weapon. And tonight, she carved her name into the walls of hell. But the real test still waits. The arena, where queens are born and slaughtered. The next morning, Alarms blare. Guards storm the cells, dragging prisoners out. The yard has been transformed into a brutal arena. Steel cages, barbed wire, broken glass scattered across the ground. The inmates are herded inside, screaming, chanting. Bets are being placed by guards and prisoners alike. The warden stands above, grinning. Warden: today, you fight for survival. Today, Blackstone chooses who is predator and who is prey. Selina is shoved into the center. Opposite her, a giant inmate named Rika, a former champion inside Blackstone, known for ripping enemies apart barehanded. The bell clangs. Rika charges like a bull. Selina sidesteps, grabs a shard of glass from the ground, and slashes across Rika's arm. Blood gushes. The crowd roars. Rika swings, missing. Selina ducks under, slams her elbow into Rika's ribs, and stabs the glass shard into her neck. Rika staggers, choking, blood spraying across the sand. Selina doesn't stop. She grabs Rika's head, twists sharply, and snaps her neck with a sickening crack. The crowd explodes. Selina raises her bloodied hands, glaring at the warden. Selina, shouting, "Is this all you've got?" The warden smiles darkly. And so, the Butcher Queen took her first crown in blood. But in Blackstone Prison, one fight is never enough. And the real monsters were still waiting for her. The sound of dripping blood. Heavy footsteps echo in the dark halls. In Blackstone Prison, every sunrise begins with screams. Every meal tastes of blood, and every shadow hides a knife. Selina survived her first night. She survived her first kill in the arena. But survival in Blackstone isn't about one fight. It's about outliving the monsters who smile at you before they cut your throat. Selina walks through the yard. The other inmates stare. Some whisper her name like a curse, others with a twisted kind of respect. Nyx leans against a wall, her lips curling into a sly smile. She licks a sharp dagger she smuggled past guards, her eyes locked on Selina. "The Butcher Queen. I've heard you like breaking things. Maybe one day you'll try breaking me." Selina smirks but doesn't respond. Artemis sharpens a homemade spear in the corner, glaring like a predator. She murmurs to herself, "Prey never lasts long in my sights." Meanwhile, Cora paces like a caged beast, her bulk casting shadows over everyone. She slams her fists against the wall, growling, "I want her. I want the Butcher Queen." And Luna sits silently, whittling wood into sharp points. Her face is blank, but her eyes are locked on Selina, calculating, waiting. That night, Selina is approached by Artemis. Artemis, low voice. "You'll need allies if you plan to last here. Cora is coming for you. And Nyx, she'll seduce you before she slits your throat. Stick with me. We hunt together. We live." Selina studies her, then shakes her head. "Selina, I don't hunt in packs. Packs get slaughtered. I survive alone." Artemis smirks. "Then you'll die alone too." As Artemis walks away, Nyx emerges from the shadows, having overheard. Nyx, mocking. "Careful, darling. Hunters make terrible friends, but me. Oh, I could make you scream in ways you've never imagined." Selina narrows her eyes. "Try me and you'll be the one screaming." The next day, the arena bell rings again. The prisoners are dragged into the pit. The warden announces with a grin, "Warden, tonight's entertainment, the Widowmaker versus the Iron Beast." The crowd howls. Nyx and Cora step into the sand. Selina watches from the cage, her fists tightening. Cora cracks her knuckles, towering over Nyx. "I'll crush you like a rat." Nyx smirks, her voice dripping like poison. "Big girls fall the hardest, darling." The bell clangs. Cora charges, swinging her massive fists. Nyx dodges gracefully, slashing her dagger across Cora's arm, drawing blood. Cora roars, slamming her fist into the ground where Nyx had stood. Stone cracks under the blow. Nyx dances around her, slicing, cutting, taunting. "You're strong, but too slow." But Cora finally catches her by the throat, lifting her into the air. The crowd explodes. Nyx struggles, choking, but with a wicked grin, she plunges her dagger into Cora's forearm, twisting it deep. Blood gushes. Cora howls, dropping her. Nyx lands, sweeps her legs, and drives the blade across Cora's face, carving a bloody scar. The warden raises his hand. Warden. Winner. Widowmaker. The crowd roars as Nyx bows, blood dripping from her dagger. She blows Selena a kiss. Selena glares back, unamused. That night, chaos erupts. Artemis sets a trap, wire strung across the hallway. 3 inmates run during a fight and are nearly decapitated, their bodies twitching on the floor. Selena witnesses it, her jaw clenching. Artemis whispers from the shadows, "Told you. Alone, you're dead. With me, you rule." Meanwhile, Nyx sneaks into another cell, seduces a rival gang leader, then slits her throat mid-kiss. She leaves the body sprawled on the bunk, smiling wickedly. Cora, humiliated, rampages through the block, smashing heads against walls. She points at Selena's cell. "You're next. Tomorrow I tear you apart." Selena only smirks. "Get in line." And in the corner, Luna sharpens her blade, silent, watching, waiting. Blackstone was more than a prison. It was a kingdom of killers. And in kingdoms, there can only be one queen. Selena had proven herself. Nyx had drawn first blood. Artemis hunted in shadows. Cora burned with rage. And Luna, silent as death, sharpened her blade. The queens of Blackstone were circling each other like wolves. And soon, the pack would feast. The next day, tension boils over. In the yard, Cora finally confronts Selena face to face. Cora, snarling. "Enough games, fight me." The yard goes silent. Inmates gather in a circle, chanting. Selena steps forward, unblinking. "You want me? Then come take me." Cora roars and swings. Selena ducks, slamming her fist into Cora's ribs. The giant barely flinches. She grabs Selena, slamming her against the wall. The crowd chants louder. Guards don't interfere. They love the blood. Selena claws at Cora's face, drawing blood. Cora laughs through it, headbutts her, splitting Selena's lip. Selena spits blood, grins and snarls. "That all you've got?" The fight grows brutal, blood splattering, bones cracking. Just as Cora lifts Selena to finish her, a sudden blade flashes. Nyx. She slices Cora's back open, smirking. Nyx, mocking. "Sorry, darling. Couldn't resist joining in." The yard erupts in chaos. Inmates brawl, guards bet money, and the queens turn on each other. The riot is broken by gunshots. Guards storm the yard, dragging the women apart. The warden steps in, laughing. "Warden, so eager to kill each other? Good. Then you'll get your chance. Tomorrow night, all of you, one arena, no rules, no mercy." The crowd of inmates howls with excitement. Selena wipes the blood from her mouth, glaring at Nyx, Cora, Artemis, and Luna. The queens of blood had been chosen. And in Blackstone Prison, only one could wear the crown. Sirens wail. Flames crackle. The sound of chains rattling in the dark. In Blackstone Prison, blood is the language of survival. And tonight, the walls will drown in it. The queens are unleashed. And when fire burns through the halls, only the strongest butcher will walk away. The next night, the arena is transformed. The floor is scattered with weapons, chains, pipes, jagged glass, broken steel. Torches burn high, casting shadows across the sand. The warden's voice booms from above. "Warden, tonight, no rules. 5 queens, 1 throne. The weak will bleed, the strong will rise." The gates open. Selena steps out first, chains wrapped around her fists. From the opposite gates, Nyx, dagger gleaming, eyes hungry. Artemis, spear in hand, crouched low. Cora, roaring, fists wrapped in iron. Luna, silent, carrying nothing but a single sharpened blade. The crowd chants wildly, "Queens! Queens! Queens!" The bell clangs. Cora charges straight for Selena, swinging with brute force. Selena dodges, wrapping her chain around Cora's wrist, yanking hard, smashing her knee into Cora's face. Nyx slithers behind, dagger flashing. aiming for Selina's back. At the last second, Luna blocks her with a blade, their weapons clashing in sparks. Artemis keeps her distance, launching a spear that slices past Selina's arm, drawing blood. The crowd screams. Blood spatters across the sand. Nyx and Luna circle each other like serpents. Silent girl. Do you bleed? Luna doesn't answer. She lunges. Their blades clash quick and brutal. Meanwhile, Selina and Cora trade bone-crushing blows. Cora slams Selina into the steel cage, rattling it so hard the entire arena shakes. Selina spits blood, snarls, and wraps the chain around Cora's throat. Selina, growling, "Fall already!" Artemis takes the chance, launching another spear, this time straight into Cora's shoulder. Cora roars in agony, ripping it out with her bare hands. Suddenly, chaos erupts. A group of prisoners outside the cage riot, setting fire to the torches. Flames spread across the arena walls. Guards scramble. The warden laughs from above, enjoying the carnage. Warden, shouting, "Let it burn! Let them bleed!" Smoke fills the air. The queens fight on, silhouettes in the fire. Selina slams Cora's head into the burning wall. Cora, half on fire, screams but keeps fighting, punching like a beast. Nyx slashes Luna's arm, licking the blood off her dagger. Delicious. Luna, unflinching, stabs Nyx in the thigh, dropping her to one knee. Artemis sets traps with chains and broken glass, slicing anyone who stumbles near. Through the chaos, Selina rises. She rips a steel bar from the cage wall, swinging it like a warhammer. She smashes through 2 inmates who tried sneaking in, their skulls cracking like melons. She turns to face Cora one last time. Cora charges, screaming, fists raised. Selina meets her in the middle, swinging the steel bar down with all her strength. Crack. Cora's skull splits. Blood pours down her face. The Iron Beast finally collapses, twitching, then still. The crowd gasps. Selina raises the blood-soaked bar high. Who's next? But Artemis is waiting. She pulls a hidden crossbow from the wreckage, loads a bolt, and fires, straight into Selina's side. Selina grunts, stumbling, blood pouring from her ribs. Artemis smirks. Even butchers fall to hunters. But before she can reload, Nyx slashes her across the face, blinding one eye. Artemis screams, swinging wildly. Nyx laughs, licking the blood off her blade. One eye gone? Want me to take the other? While Selina clutches her wound, Luna steps into the firelight. Quiet, calm. She slides behind Nyx, blade pressed to her throat. The crowd falls silent. She kills without words, without mercy, without sound. Luna drags the blade across Nyx's throat. Blood sprays. Nyx collapses, gasping, eyes wide in shock before going still. The Widowmaker is dead. The crowd explodes in shock. Selina locks eyes with Luna. No words, just the promise. You're next. Outside the arena, the prison is burning. Inmates run free, stabbing guards, setting fire to the towers. Gunshots echo through the night. The arena gates burst open. Chaos spills inside. Dozens of prisoners rush in, armed with stolen weapons. Selina, bleeding but still standing, roars like a beast, swinging her steel bar and crushing skulls. Artemis disappears into the smoke, hunting from the shadows. Luna cuts down anyone in her path with surgical precision. The fire spreads higher, consuming the prison walls. The night of fire carved history into Blackstone's bones. The beast had fallen, the Widowmaker lay dead, and only 3 queens remained. Selina, the butcher, Artemis, the huntress, Luna, the silent executioner. The prison burned, and the throne of blood was waiting. The sound of fire crackling, steel clashing, screams echoing through the night. The night of fire burned Blackstone to ash. The beast was crushed. The Widowmaker bled out. And only 3 queens remained. Selina, drenched in blood, wielding iron like a god of war. Artemis, the hunter, patient and cunning, watching from the smoke. Luna, silent as death itself, her blade thirsty for more. Now, in the ruins of hell, only one crown remains, and it will be forged in corpses. The prison lies in ruins. Towers collapse, cells burn, bodies litter the yard. Guards are either dead or fled. The remaining inmates chant wildly, desperate for blood. Selina staggers into the yard, steel bar still dripping red. Her body is battered, ribs bleeding from Artemis's bolt, but her eyes blaze with fury. From the smoke, Artemis emerges, scarred face twisted with rage, crossbow in hand. On the other side, Luna steps quietly into the light, blade glinting, her eyes cold and empty. The crowd of inmates screams, "Queen! Queen! Queen!" The warden appears on a collapsing tower, laughing like a madman. Warden, shouting, "You want freedom? You want the crown? Then kill each other for it. Tonight, Blackstone chooses her queen." Gunshots ring as guards fire into the air, forcing the three women into the blood-soaked yard. Artemis moves first, firing a bolt at Selina. Selina blocks with her steel bar, sparks flying. Selina charges, swinging wildly, but Artemis rolls aside, slashing with a hidden knife. Selina grunts, blood pouring from her arm. Three predators in one cage, but only one can feast. Selina and Artemis clash brutally. Artemis sets snares with chains, trying to trip Selina. Selina smashes through them, swinging the steel bar like a warhammer. Artemis finally lands a strike, stabbing Selina in the thigh. Selina roars, grabs Artemis by the hair, and slams her face into a burning wall. Flesh sizzles. Artemis screams, half her face scorched. Selina, snarling, "You think you hunt me? I'm the predator here." She hurls Artemis across the yard, smashing her into broken stone. Just as Selina raises the steel bar for the killing blow, Luna moves. Silent, swift. Her blade slices across Selina's ribs, deep and precise. Selina gasps, nearly dropping the bar. Luna doesn't speak. She simply stares, blade dripping, ready to strike again. Selina glares at her. "Silent bitch. You should have stayed in the shadows." The two circle, Artemis crawling weakly behind them. Now all three collide. Selina swings her bar at Luna. Luna ducks, slashes her calf. Artemis fires her last bolt. It grazes Selina's shoulder, embedding in the wall. Luna spins, slicing Artemis across the stomach. Blood gushes. Artemis collapses to her knees, snarling in pain. Artemis spits blood, glaring at Luna. "Coward. Fight me face to face." Luna doesn't answer. She stabs Artemis in the chest, straight through the heart. Artemis gasps, eyes wide, then goes still. The huntress is dead. Now only two remain. Selina, broken but burning with rage. Luna, silent, calm, blade dripping with blood. The inmates scream wildly, climbing the cages, chanting, "Kill! Kill! Kill!" The warden laughs from above. Selina grips her steel bar tighter. "Come on then, let's finish this." Luna lunges. Selina swings. Steel clashes with blade. Sparks fly. Luna slices Selina's arm. Selina slams the bar into Luna's ribs, cracking bone. Blood sprays across the yard. They fight like demons, neither giving an inch. Selina finally traps Luna against a wall, chain wrapping around her throat. She pulls hard, strangling her, blood streaming from her own wounds. Luna stabs wildly, cutting Selina's side, but Selina refuses to let go. "I will not fall." With one final roar, she twists the chain, snapping Luna's neck. Luna's body goes limp. Her blade clatters to the ground. The silent executioner is dead. Selina stands alone, drenched in blood, surrounded by corpses. Her body trembles, but her eyes blaze with victory. The inmates erupt in chants. "Queen! Queen! Queen!" The warden claps slowly from above. Warden, smiling. "Congratulations, Butcher Queen, Blackstone is yours." Selina raises her blood-soaked steel bar high, snarling at the crowd. Selina, roaring, "This is my throne!" The camera pulls back. The prison burns. Corpses litter the yard. Selina stands atop them like a war goddess. And so the Butcher Queen rose from fire and blood. The huntress was buried. The silent executioner silenced. The Widowmaker poisoned no more. the iron beast broken, and only one woman remained to rule Blackstone Prison. Her crown was forged in corpses, her throne carved from bones, her reign written in blood. Blackstone had its queen, and survival had its price. Music fades into silence. The screen cuts to black.